Welcome to the Same Side Selling Podcast. I am your host, Ian Altman. I have the great honor of presenting at many sales kickoff meetings. I've probably lost count. In fact, I've definitely lost count as to how many I've spoken at over the years for various B2B companies. And there's a big difference between the ones who absolutely crush it and the ones that don't go quite as well. And let me give you the three biggest fails for sales kickoff meetings. The first big fail I see is leaders who set an agenda for what they're going to cover at the event without first asking the question of their team, where are you getting stuck most often right now? Where are you getting stuck on your biggest opportunities? Because if you're going to have a sales kickoff, and if your goal of the sales kickoff is to absolutely improve performance for the next year, then of course you need to get a sense of where your people are getting stuck. Now, it doesn't mean that the conclusion that your team shares with you is the conclusion you need. Very often what I hear is reps will say, well, the problem is that right now our competition sells for a lower price, so we need to lower our price. That's why we're losing deals. So your takeaway at that point is, okay, our team is having trouble selling a higher value for our stuff than the competitor. It doesn't mean we have to lower our price. It means we need to help our team have a belief that our stuff is worth more. And we need to instill in them the skills so they can sell our product at a premium compared to our competitors. And whether it's a product or service doesn't matter, because let's face it, if your client doesn't get the results, it doesn't matter what they pay, it's still not a good deal. So we need to make sure that we're focused on the things that will move the needle for them. The second big mistake is when we have these sales kickoff meetings, the product marketing people say this is a great opportunity for us to share information about our new product that's coming out, our new service offering that's coming out. And the reality is this is information you can probably share on a video just as effectively. So you don't need everybody in the room. Now, if you said, here's a new offering, here's the way we're thinking of positioning it, what do you think? How do you think we should position it? What do you think we've overlooked? Then it's a great time because now you're getting input and feedback from the field about what you think is the right approach. See, we want to make sure we're engaging the audience in decisions and engaging them so they feel like, wow, it's a good thing I was here. Not just giving them one-way information, because if it's one-way information, they don't need to all be in the same room. For one-way information, you can send that via video and they'll get what they need. The third big fail I see is organizations who maybe focus on skills to help their team, maybe focus on input from people, but then what they forget to do is put a plan in place for reinforcement. So they don't say, here's the way we're going to hold people accountable for the next several months. They don't say, here's what we're going to do to reinforce these concepts over time. They just say, here was this information, now go forth and do whatever it is you're going to do, which means in the next 3 weeks, you're going to revert back to doing exactly what you did before this event. It's the reason why we always include access to our Same Side Selling Academy when I do sales kickoffs, so that people have a couple of months of access to reinforcement. So if they say, oh, Ian mentioned this, I want to revisit that topic, they have a way to do that. Oh, I want to role play. I want to ask Ian a question about this. They have access to be able to do that. See, it's not about just getting people together. And let's face it, after the pandemic, it's nice just to get people together, but we want to move the needle. And if you want to move the needle, we need to empower our people with the skills, with the tools so they can actually do better. So remember, we want to focus on avoiding those three key fails. The first one is not asking, where are you getting stuck today? Where are you losing big opportunities? Because we want to get input from them. The second one is that if you're going to share information about new products, new service offerings, you want to raise it in the context of, hey, here's what we're thinking. How would you position this? How do you think that we should present this to our clients? And get input from your sales organization to help shape what it is you're offering, because you may have a blind spot for something. And the last part is to make sure that you have a plan for reinforcement. Make sure you've got videos in the queue so that you can remind them over the next several months about how to implement the concepts that they've shared. Because if you do that, then the team says, oh, they're actually serious about this. They want to help me actually make a difference. And now they don't feel like it's a waste of time. It wasn't just a boondoggle. Instead, they say, wow, I'm looking forward to next year because they really helped me grow my territory. They really helped me make more money. They really helped me achieve more while working less. I can't wait for next year. So if I'm fortunate enough to be working with you at your event, rest assured we're going to be doing these things. And if not, share with people these ideas and hopefully you'll have a better event the next time you're at a conference. If this is helpful, please share it with people you think would like it. Please like, review, post, subscribe. Any of those things would be helpful. And of course, I will see you next week on the Same Side Selling Podcast. So long.